topic of my project is Website to Progressive Web App. I'm going to develop a progressive web app from an existing website. Hello guys, I'm Akriti. I'm here to briefly share my progress report on my project. In the following slides, I'm going to give brief idea about progressive web app. Before explaining about PWA, I'm going to ask you to read this quote because I feel it defines PWA in a very good manner. This is a quote by Alex Russell, and it says, PWA are not packaged and deployed through stores. They are just websites that took all the right vitamins and they progressively become apps. The basic idea of creating PWA was it's a model of creating app-like experience using latest web technologies in a progressive way. Let's see what the progressive way means. In terms of feature, progressive web app should have instant loading. People should get into an app immediately. Another feature is it should work everywhere. Even if a person with device having old technology, PWA should work anyway. Even if we load this app into an old browser, it will work. However, it will only provide the features supported by that browser. It should be network independent. That means it should work even in a bad network or with a no network condition. It should be responsive. It should be re-engageable, meaning that as native app, beside having icon at the home screen, one of the main feature or ability to re-engage the user with web push notification. So it should provide the feature of web push notification. Last but not the least, it should be installable. So it should be easy to install. So we will be able to install on our user home screen. When we work with progressive enhancement, we should know that it's a website. We should add native installation and it should add web push notification. The whole idea of progressive web app is we are going to start with basic web solution like HTML, CSS, JavaScript. So we are going to add features which are compatible with the browser. In the following slides, I'm going to show you my existing website which I took from GitHub and how I'm going to change into a progressive web app. Here is my website which I took it from GitHub. It is based on Django framework. As you can see, this is a blank website with no information. So we need to modify a little bit. If we check the website, it's not progressively enhanced. As you can see, it does not have manifest and service worker. These are the main features of progressive web app. So in future slide, I'm going to show you my approach that how I develop into a progressive web app and how I enhance my website with more information. So this is my enhanced website. As you can see on my home page, I have added few information about PWA and its feature. In my blog, I have posted few pictures of places in Italy and mentioned their significance. So as you can see, I'll open Island de Capri and it will tell you the details of that place. This is my about page, which will tell information about myself, and then there is a contact us page. So now I'm going to tell you talk about few components of progressive web app. So there are, first one is service worker, which is heart of PWA. Then there is manifest, which is user interface, where we will add all the icons of our app. And then there is a cache, where there are two kind of caches, static and dynamic. That's all for this. So now we are going to see how service worker work when I am offline. Now I'll try to mark the button offline and I'll try to access my all the pages. I'll try to access the home page and then about page. It works smoothly, and then contact us page as well. Let's check the blog page. I'll try to open the Capri Island details. I think it mentions very well even when we are offline. Let's try to open Link Tower Pizza As you can see, the service worker is working fine even when we are offline. That's the main feature of service worker. Now let's see the benefit of manifest.json file. How our website is going to look as progressive web app. First, we are going to access our website just like any other website by using Google search engine. As you can see, I'm trying to access my website. I'm trying to put my URL. So here is our website. So it's look like a normal website. I try to access blog page. I think everything's looking fine. Just ignore the pictures because they are not that responsive. That's why the size of picture is not looking perfectly fine. And then I tried to access Leaning Tower of Pisa, and then the about page, and then there is a contact us page. So now I'll try to add this website to my home screen by using Add to Home Screen button. We can give our any name to our icon. So you can give me, because it was my website name Akriti Blog, so I gave it Akriti Blog Report. So now we need to add this to our home screen. Now we're going to access this icon and look and check if this will open as a website or as an app. As you can see, the icon was added in Manifest as I showed you earlier. Sorry, I opened a wrong app. This was the older one. So as you can see, it just looked like an app. So I'll try to access one or two pages like about page and what we are going to test now, that how it is going to work when we are offline. Will that be easy to check the new post or existing post when we are offline? Before that, I'm going to show you whether we are actually offline or we do not have interconnection or no. So I'm going to access google.com and check whether there is internet connection or no. So as you can see, it's saying you are offline. That means we do not have any internet connection on our phone. So now I'm going to access my progressive web app and see how it is going to work, whether I'm able to still be able to open all the pages. So I try to access home page, it is looking fine. I'll try to access blog page and I'll try to open few posts. I'll try to access Leaning Tower of Pisa, and as you can see, it is showing perfectly fine. So the result is we are able to access the website looking like a native app, but it is actually a website, and I can access without having internet connection as well. And it is easy to install because we just have to click on Add to Home Screen button, nothing else, and it works everywhere. As I mentioned in my project proposal report, I'm going to evaluate my website by Lighthouse tool developed by Google. So here is my result after auditing. I'm going to show the website result by the tool by clicking on button Run Audit. It will evaluate my website in terms of accessibility, performance and progressive web app. As you can see, the result determines my website is 92% progressive web app. So far it is good in progress, and not only this, my performance and accessibility of my website are 98 and 85% respectively. As I mentioned in my proposal, my implementation targets were offline connectivity. As you can see, I'm able to access my app even in offline mode. Another was app-like experience. As you remember, it just looked like a native app. Last but not the least, it was web push notification. I mentioned earlier that I still need to implement that feature. So I'm going to represent this feature in my final report. Let's talk about my future work. Firstly, my RQ1 is, will migrating an existing legacy website be equally reliable and persistent as an existing website or native apps? So, as you can understand, the result of my RQ1 can only be explained once I develop all the feature of a progressive web app. Similarly, my RQ2 can only be answered once I fully migrate the website to progressive web app. Hence, the result of both the RQ will be shown once all the features has been implemented on progressive web app. Thanks for the time.